Hey guys, Ryan from the Golden Magikarp here, and today I bring you the set review of XY Flashfire that is coming out May 7th. But I already went to my Target and picked up 5 packs of it. Apparently they had it. This was on May 3rd, so I don't know, I guess they had it before the release date. Anyway, I thought I'd do another one because my XY base set review went pretty well. So yeah, I guess today XY Flashfire is what's coming up. If you'd like to see part 2, wait till the end of the video. Part 2 will feature the trainer cards of this set. Also at the end of the video will be a link to my pack opening of the 5 packs that I have. So yeah, let's just get started. I just want to say before we start the video that there are secret rares in this set. I forgot to include this when I was recording it earlier, so I am throwing it in now. Anyway, there are 3 secret rare cards, all Mega Evolutions, and the only difference from the real card and the secret rare is that the secret rare has gold. Excuse me. And Mega Charizard, for example, I'm looking at Mega Charizard. You can see it's gray where it says like Mega and the Mega Evolution roll, and then on the secret rare one, it has gold there. So I don't know. Just look carefully. If you pull a Mega Charizard or Mega Kangaskhan, because you never know. It may be a secret rare without you knowing it. First, we have the first version of Charizard EX. Yes, that's right, there are 2 Charizard EX cards in this set. This first one here has Stoke, and it has a full art version as well. So yeah, I guess we'll just refer to it as the Stoke Charizard. Anyway, so you get 1 colorless for Stoke. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. So this is mostly dependent on the coin flip, but this is very good for powering up Fire Blast to use next turn. Fire Blast, 1 fire, 3 colorless, so Stoke can help there. 120 damage, and you discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. So I don't know, it's pretty good, I guess. 180 HP basic, of course it's an EX. Of course, you got the EX rule if you don't know about it. You take 2 prize cards when you knock this Pokemon out. 2 retreat cost. Weakness is water, times 2 weakness. And yeah, I guess that's it for this card. We'll have to see how it's played. Well, I'm guessing, just like last set, the Charizard EXs will mostly be played for the Mega Evolutions, which we will get to. Now we have the second version of Charizard EX. This one is Wing Attack as its first move. So it's pretty much the same, 180 HP basic, weakness is water, retreat cost is 2 colorless energy. So yeah, Wing Attack, 3 colorless, does 60 damage, so a little expensive. But then it's got Combustion Blast, 2 fire, 2 colorless, does 150 damage, and it can't use Combustion Blast during your next turn. If you'd bothered to charge up Combustion Blast, anyway, when you can't use it, I guess you already have the energy for Wing Attack if you did use it, so, I don't know. I don't see this one as being very good. The other was okay. But let's take a look at the Mega Evolutions, and you'll see why most people are going to play these EXs. Here we have the first Mega Charizard EX. This one is Mega Charizard Y in the video game. So it's got a lot of HP, just like any Mega Evolution card. 220. This is the fire one, not the dragon one. We will get to that one in a second. Let me just remind you guys of the Mega Evolution rule. When you Mega Evolve, your turn ends. I personally haven't used this yet, since I don't have any Mega Evolution cards, in real life at least. But its attack, Crimson Dive. As you can see, 300 damage. That's just outrageous right now. It's got 2 fire energy and 3 colorless energy. So 5 energies to charge up if you want to do that much. But then it does 50 damage to itself, which I don't remember if it's in this set there's a card that prevents damage done to itself. I think that, yeah, that's like Protection Cube, something like that. You'll see in the second part of this video if you go to watch it. But yeah, that could be a good combo. This card could be played live. You can maybe put it in an Emboar deck instead of Raybor. Just use Charizard Emboar, and you could power up that Crimson Dive really quickly. Anyway, it's got 1 retreat cost, which is very good. Its weakness is water, just like the other. And now let's get on to Mega Charizard X. Alright, now we have Mega Charizard EX number 2, or Mega Charizard X from X version. 230 HP, so 10 more than the Y version, which I guess is good. It's Dragon type, which is a powerful type in the game, but with the addition of Fairy, not so much. As you can see, its weakness is Fairy. It's a disappointing 3 retreat cost. And since there's no Dragon Energy, Wild Blaze is going to use 2 Fire, 1 Darkness, and 2 Colorless. Again, does 300 damage, just like the Y one, but this one you discard the top 5 cards of your deck. So even though this Mega Evolution looks so much cooler than the Y one, I think this is not going to be played very much, and the other one's going to be played, because you can protect against the 50 damage you take, but you can't protect against discarding the top 5 cards of your deck. Unless, of course, your deck revolves around doing something like that, would by all means go ahead. And also something to know, I didn't talk about this on the other one, but those Japanese words going up are actually the name of the attack in English. So that actually says Wild Blaze. I forget the other one's attack, but I'll show it on the screen here. But that actually says its attack in the Japanese release. So yeah, that's just something cool to note. Here we have Kangaskhan EX, 180 HP, colorless type. So let's see. It's got triple draw for 1 colorless. You draw 3 cards. So that's okay, I guess. Yeah, if you're powering it up, it's got it out front. You might as well draw 3 extra cards. And then it's got Kindred Kick, 3 colorless that does 70 damage. And if you get heads on a coin flip, does 30 more damage. So you could get 3 for 100 with Kangaskhan EX. So not too good. Its weakness is fighting. Tree cost is 3. So I don't know. I suspect this will be played for the Mega Evolution as well. Next we have Mega Kangaskhan EX. So 230 HP, same as the Mega Charizard X version one. So its attack is Wham Bam Punch. What a name. 3 colorless energy, does 100 damage, plus 30 more damage for each heads that you flip until you get tails. So this is all based on luck. I mean, sure you do 100 base damage, but if you flip tails right away, you're not going to do any more than that. So I don't know, it's a risky card, I guess. It may see some play. I don't know. I don't believe there's a card that can fix a coin flip. I don't even know if such a card could be applicable to this attack. But anyway, like Kangaskhan EX, it's got fighting weakness and 3 retreat costs. So I don't know, we'll really have to see more into the release to see how many people play these cards. Next we have another new EX, Magnezone EX. It's got 180 HP, electric type, weakness to fighting, resistance to steel, minus 20 from that, and a 3 retreat cost. So for 2 colorless energy, you got Electro Ball, does 40 damage. So I don't know, a little expensive. I mean, 2 for 40 is not the best. But then it's got Dual Bullet, 3 lightning energy. It does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So this is good to spread damage out. It's good if they're weak to electric as well. But I don't know. Other than that, Magnezone has nothing going for it. Now we have the final EX in this set that we will be looking at. Toxicroak EX. 170 HP Psychic type. Really it's poison, but there's no poison type yet. But it's got triple poison. For a double colorless energy, or 2 colorless energies, your opponent's active Pokemon now poison. Put 3 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. This is kind of like the Plasma Storm Crobat, which did more damage for poison. It said that for its attack. I think it had 3 energies for its attack, so I don't know. This may be better than it. But then it's got Smash Uppercut. 2 Psychic, 1 colorless, does 80 damage, and the attack damage is not affected by resistance. So if Pokemon resists Psychic type, it's not gonna resist it anymore for this attack. So I don't know, 3 for 80, little expensive, not too much, but I guess it's a decent EX. I mean, triple poison could be seen with instead of Hypnotoxic, Laser, and Verbank, just Verbank and Toxicroak. But it's really, we'll have to see. Okay, our EXs are done now, and now we're on to the regular Pokemon. Right here you see Metapod and Butterfree. Metapod and Caterpie both have this ability, Adaptive Evolution. This Pokemon can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. Now I find that very cool. So you can have a Caterpie up front and evolve it from Metapod into Butterfree right away if you can. But other than that, Metapod and Caterpie's attacks are bad, so I'm not even going to look at them. But Butterfree here. For 1 grass energy, you have Quiver Dance. Search your deck for a basic energy card and attach it to this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. If you attach energy in this way, heal 40 damage from this Pokemon. So if you have damage on Butterfree, you can just heal it with Quiver Dance there. Then we have Gust Grass and 2 colorless, does 70 damage. Weak to electric, resistance is fighting, retreat cost is 1. Another stage 2 Pokemon. Here we have the 140 HP Shiftry. Its ability is Leaf Draw. Once during your turn before you attack, you may discard a grass energy card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. This can be useful if you want to accelerate your draw. If you have a bad hand, you can draw some more if you just discard a grass energy, if you do have that in your hand anyway. But then Deranged Dance, 3 energy, 20 damage times number of bench Pokemon. This is kind of like someone else's attack. I forget who at the moment, but anyway, yeah, it's a good attack, I guess. Yeah. What was it? Cold or something like that. I don't know. Cut this part out. Yeah. Here we have Rapidash, a Pokemon that I personally have always adored. Evolves from Ponyta, of course. The art on this card and Ponyta's card are really cool. I like the way that the sun flares kind of behind the Rapidash and foreground. I don't know. But it's got 90 HP fire type. For 1 fire energy, you get agility, 20 damage, and you flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your next opponent's turn. So 1 energy for 20, not too bad. If they're weak to fire, that'd be good. You get 40 damage off for 1 energy. And then with just a double colorless energy, or 2 random energies colorless, you have Overrun, 40 damage. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So you just like Darkrai and some other popular cards, you could spread damage like this. I think Magnezone had something like that, like 50-50. I don't know. It's always something good when you can do damage to the bench, unless they have Mr. Mime, pesky Mr. Mime. Next, we have a Pokemon that was featured on the pack art of this set. We have Pyroar. It's got 110 HP, evolves from Litleo. I think that's how you say it. Stage 1. Its ability is Intimidating Mane. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's basic Pokemon. That's is very good. I don't know if a basic Pokemon will classify as an EX, although EXs are basics, but not the Mega Evolutions. I hope that classifies regular EXs as basics, because then Pyroar's overpowered. So 1 fire, 2 colorless. It's got Scorching Fang, 60 damage, and if you discard a fire energy, it does 30 more damage. So 90 for 3. Not too bad, but Intimidating Mane is really what makes this card tick. Now for another Pokemon I've really adored, Milotic. It's got 100 HP, evolves from Feebas, water of course. Its ability is Energy Grace. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may knock out this Pokemon. If you do, attach 3 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, excluding Pokemon EX. Now this can show some interesting combos. You knock out one of your own Pokemon, and your opponent takes a prize for that, but you get 3 energy cards from your discard to do whatever you want with. So actually, if you... Okay, so say you're using Waterfall, which has water and 2 colorless for 60 damage, and you're close to being knocked out. Rather than let the energy go to waste, you can knock yourself out, and when the energy goes to the discard pile, you give it right to a Pokemon. I don't know if that's how it works, if the energy needs to be in the discard pile before Milotic, but I don't know. It could come up with some interesting combos. Another new X and Y Pokemon, we have Avalugh. 130 HP, evolves from Bergmite. So it's got Frost Barrier, good to use while you're charging up for Shatter, I guess. For 3 energy, you do a disappointing 40 damage. But during your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 20. So I don't know. I guess it's good if you want to keep hanging in there. To charge up for Shatter, I guess. I don't see why else you'd play it just to use that. But anyway, Shatter is what makes this card tick. It's got 2 water energies, 2 colorless, does 90 damage, and you could discard any stadium card in play. Now, this can prove useful in some situations, like Frozen City just tears up non-plasma decks. This can help stop it, I guess. Even though the expansion's not centered around water, this is a very good water card. Although the 4 energy retreat cost is not too good. Here we have Luxray from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. 140 HP, electric type. It's got Fang Snipe, 1 electric, 1 colorless, 40 damage. Your opponent reveals his or her hand, discard a trainer card you find there. So I don't know, it could prove useful. Say they've got a Juniper or something in their hand and you don't want them to do that, so they have an N or a red card and you like your hand, you could just discard that right then. But then Wild Charge, 2 electric, 1 colorless, 120 damage, but it does 30 to itself. So again, you could use, what was it, like Protection Cube, something like that. I'll show you in the second part, as I've said earlier, for Mega Charizard Y. But I don't know, could prove useful, I guess. Fang Snipe's pretty good. Here we have the Generator Pokemon, Heliosk. Evolves from Helioptile, 90 HP, electric type. For 1 colorless, you got Parabolic Charge. Search your deck for up to 2 energy cards, reveal them, and put them in your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward. So for 1 energy, you can grab some more, 2 energy, maybe even to use on Heliosk itself. But 1 electric and 2 colorless will get you quick attack, which is 60. Flip a coin of heads, it does 30 more. So 3 for 90 at its max. So I don't know, not too good, but Parabolic Charge may see some play. Another classic Pokemon here, we got Dusknoir. 130 HP, Stage 2 Psychic type. Its ability is Shadow Void. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may move 1 damage counter from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. Why would this be useful, you ask? It's all about pain pellets. 1 psychic and 2 colorless. Put damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon equal to the number of damage counters on this Pokemon. So, you can go without knocking yourself out for 120 damage. So you can just give them 120 damage with pain pellets right away. If you have a giant cape on Dusknoir, it could be even better. But I don't know, as a stage 2, it's a little hard to get out. But I don't know, it's like 2 cards combined to be 1. Like, say, like Blastoise and Keldeo EX. Those 2 are a perfect combination. But then, it's like this card is 2 cards, and where the ability and attack work perfect together. So, I don't know. Will this see some play? We will see. Here we have Barbaracle. I think, evolves from Binacle, 110 fighting type. I don't know, this Pokemon has always kind of been creepy to me. I mean, just look at it, it's kind of weird. But anyway, 2 fighting energy, got Rock Rush, 30 damage, and if you can discard as many fighting energy cards as you like from your hand, 30 damage times the number of any cards you discarded. Not too good, I guess. Then it's got Boulder Crush, 3 fighting for 80 damage. We've seen more damage for 3 energy than that before, so I don't know, not too good of a card. I don't know, it's just another Pokemon, I guess. As you may have noticed here, I have skipped over the dark types completely, as they are not too good in this set. But anyway, we have Fortress here. Evolves from Pineco, which is always a weird Pokemon. I've referred, I've thought of Brock whenever I see it, because he owned a Pineco in whatever series that was. Anyway, 100 HP Steel type. Its ability is probably what's going to be played for. Thorn Tempest. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. You can use cards like, what was it? Not Super Scoop Up. Something like, there's a card that you can take, Devolution Spray. You can play De-Evolution Spray, Devolution Spray, whatever it's called. And you can pick it up and put it back down and put more damage counters on. And you can just do that, I guess, and do damage. Anyway, if that doesn't work out, Iron Crash, 2 colorless, just 20 damage, and 20 more damage for each colorless in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. I can talk. Anyway, it's got a 3 retreat cost itself, so I don't know, a little bit high. But Fortress may be able to be abused with like De-Evolution Spray. So I guess we'll see how that turns out. Now it's about time Fairy type got some good Pokemon other than the Xerneas. Here we have Floette, which we will talk about its evolution in a second. This one has 70 HP, Fairy type, as I have said. It's got its ability is Flower Veil. Each of your grass Pokemon in play gets plus 20 HP. Why grass? That's because Floette's normally part grass. But, yeah, flowers, grass, is it part grass? I don't know, I may have made a fool of myself. Fairy Wind, 1 fairy, 20 damage, I don't know. I suspect it to be played just for that little boost there, and that's it. And now here's that lovely evolution. We have Florges, how do you say that? 110 HP, Fairy type. It's got colorless, brilliant, search your deck for up to 3 cards and put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterward. This is any 3 cards. You just put them in your hand and shuffle your deck for 1 colorless energy. You can just stick Florges up front and get 3 cards in your hand. Any cards you want. This is overpowered. It is a stage 2, so it might be hard to get out. I don't even know. Petal Blizzard. Fairy energy does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Again, spreading damage across the field. I guess Florges Glorious is gonna be pretty good. I don't know if we'll see much play. I mean, you just rare candy it. But yeah, I guess it's pretty good. Next we have a Pokemon which I've thought is cool. Dragalge. How do you say that? It's cool. Evolves from Sprout. 100 HP, Dragon type. Ability Poison Barrier. Your opponent's poison Pokemon can't retreat. And this Pokemon can poison them itself with Poison Breath. Water, Psychic, and a colorless, does 60 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Weakness is Fairy times 2 weakness, of course. So I don't know. Yeah. I guess it's pretty okay. I mean, yeah, they can't retreat, so you can just hold someone in there until they die of poison and bring up your next victim. Unless your victim can take down it, of course. In that case, you're screwed. Now you have a cool card which I personally have pulled in that pack opening video, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video if you're still here. Goodra, 150 HP Dragon type. Abilities Gooey Regeneration. As often as you like during your turn, you may discard an energy and heal 60 damage from this Pokemon. This will not die if you have enough energy on it. It's got Heavy Whip, Water, Fairy, which Fairy is interesting to see. Water Fairy and Colorless, 80 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, does 40 more damage for 120 damage for 3 energy. But all of different types, so I don't know. Anyway, it's weak to Fairy, and has a 3 retreat cost. But I don't know, Goodra's really cool when you get the card into the holo. It's so cool, the rainbow holo in the set. I don't know. That's just my own opinion, I guess. Here we have a Pokemon that everyone loves and remembers. We have Pidgeot. 130 HP, just colorless, type. Normal type, I guess, is a better word for it. It's got Clutch, 2 colorless, does 40 damage. Defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's turn. Next turn. Wow. Okay. Then Strong Gust, 3 colorless, does 60 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Strong Gust attack does 60 more damage. So no, you can just spam Strong Gust and have every other time do 60. Hang on. You do 60 damage, next turn you do 120, next turn you do 180, and it just keeps growing. Actually, that's pretty good. Pidgeot might be a playa. If you can get him out, stage 2. I don't know, Pidgeot's always seemed cool to me. Tree cost is only 1, which is amazing, and weak to electric, resistance is fighting. Now we're on to our last Pokemon of this set. And finally, we have reached the end of this video. Here we have Miltank, 100 HP, Destroyer. It's got Powerful Friends, 1 colorless, does 10 damage. But if you have any stage 2 Pokemon on your bench, this does 70 more damage. 1 for 80. Now, if you have a deck that centers around rare candying and getting out of stage 2, this is overpowered. 1 for 80, and you can just spam that. Hammer In does 3 colorless, 60 damage. Don't even worry about that. Powerful Friends is the way to go. Also, let me just point out the art on this card looks like it's the same person as that Shell Shield Squirtle. I don't know, I like the art on that card, and I like this one, I guess. Anyway, its weakness is fighting, and it has a 2 retreat cost. But anyway, yeah, this has been the last card we'll be looking at in this review. In the Pokemon section of this review, at least. Alright guys, I know there has been a whole lot of information and cards we looked at today. But shortly I will have up the trainers portion of this review. Click the link right now, and you can go to it if I have it hooked up as of now. But yeah, go check part 2 out if you liked this review, I guess. Yeah, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Also, if you want to see me open 5 packs of this set, I will link it right now. Just click on the icon to go either trainers or my pack opening. I don't know, I got some cool cards, and I mentioned, like, I got Goodra, I got Pidgeot, I mentioned some of them that I got. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you for the next set. Ryan, signing out.